First off, it's great to be back in our home state. So to all you Texans, hi y'all. And to all you visitors, you see now why we live here. It's nice to be here with you guys. And now a word from my sponsor, Jensen.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those that are from Texas. And those who wish they were.
Love y'all back.
These are
oh, can I get a little bit? This is one of my favorite things to do. Can I get a little bit of house lightage? So God said, "Let there be light," and the earth got light. I can't get much. Okay, who is a first timer? Welcome to the SBM family, guys. Super cool. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces. Cool to be here. All right, which side?
what? I just want to do this.
What were they thinking? Give me a picture.
It's like spin the bottle, but spin the Winchester.
She's so busy taking pictures, she has no idea you just picked her to marry.
Well, we're super happy to be here. Like Jared said, it's always good to be back home. And we know you guys have some questions, so we're going to get at it.
Yeah.
You're up. Number one, first question.
My name's Denise, and I do not think I was going to get picked at all out of all these people, so I'm kind of scared.
That's not a question.
Wait. I really don't have a question, because I didn't think I was going to get picked out of all these people, and I'm scared.
Any question at all?
How's your day?
That's a solid question. Nice.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Valley, Mercedes.
See, and that's what I love about being home in Texas, is that if somebody doesn't have a question prepared, they ask how your day is doing. I love that. My day's going really well. I get to spend Valentine's Day with a bunch of people I love.
Thank you for being a part of our day.
You're welcome.
All right.
I love you.
We love you back. Thanks, guys.
I'd say that went pretty well. That was pretty good. It was a start. It was a solid start. Right out of the gates. Hit our stride early.
So let's see if she can keep it going.
Hello, my name is Erin. I'm from San Antonio.
I'm from San Antonio.
Yes, I'm here with my best friend of 20 years. She flew in from Colorado for her birthday, 30th birthday.
Is that her?
Here to come see you guys. My question is, I was not stalking you on Instagram or Facebook, but I was quite interested because the photos this morning were pretty funny. I wanted to know how your drive was coming in because they look pretty great. Yeah. And I'm interested to know more details.
Well, basically what happened was Jared was telling a story. And then he decided to take a picture of how I get when he tells stories. And then I woke up and I started to tell a story. And then I took a picture of what he does when I talk too much. Yeah, I don't know. He honestly, he was taking it. He was like, hey, let's give him a little. Let's tease it. We're on our way.
And so we're both kind of like smiling at the camera, and then Knuckles goes, "Wait a second.
That's too nice. How about
drool and all." And
then there was a third picture that we actually...
There's a third picture
did
for you
post.
later.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just had that fun. I think we were both excited to kind of be here and get our day going with you guys. So yeah. That's the power of being an actor and working and then having like 15-minute breaks is you can sleep anytime it's quiet for like 60 seconds. and
It's
a
true.
parent of a young child or young children, it's like, I got 5 minutes, wake me up.
We get asked a lot, you know, because we travel different time zones and in our off times, we'll go across over to Europe or Australia or wherever, and people ask all the time, you know, how does your body adjust to that? I don't have a problem with it at all because, like you said, we can literally sleep in it, right, guys? I mean, we adjust like that. It's crazy. There's no body clock anymore.
Yeah,
It's whatever I tell it to.
I've been on flights where the flight attendant will come up before the plane takes off and be like, do you want a drink after takeoff? And I'll be like, oh, I'm going to be asleep. And they're like, sir, it's 2 p.m. It's a 25-minute flight to Dallas. I'm aware. Yeah, I'm aware. And I'm going to be asleep. And you come back in 5 minutes. So anyways, yeah, it was a fun ride here. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks.
Safe travel back to San Antonio.
Hi, my name's Malika. I took a picture with you guys earlier.
You're the one.
No, we took a picture with you, Malika. I didn't know what that means.
My boyfriend's over there. He's
I didn't mean it.
he's the reason that I'm here. He bought this for my birthday back in November, so.
Good man.
Yeah.
Also a smart man because he's probably one of very few amongst a crowd of very beautiful women. So, well done, sir. Well done.
So the question that I have, or more request, is actually for him. He is on season 7, so he's not caught up yet. So can you, in your own words, in a song and dance or interpretive dance, catch him up to speed as best you can?
Good question.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. So where in season 7 are you? Oh, okay. Here, in a nutshell, here's, I'll play Sam and Dean. Season 7. Well, I don't want to give any more away because I'm like at season 11 now, so it's a lot of that. Thank you. Interpretive movement. Thank you, Lisa. And happy late birthday.
That was like the best performing I've ever seen you do.
It is, I get into it, I feel it. What?
What?
I'm not looking at you, stop!
Hi.
Hi. I'm Sky. I'm here today because today's my birthday and I wanted to know,
Happy birthday.
What's your name?
Sky.
Sky?
Sky.
Sky? Ready, everybody?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sky. Happy birthday to you.
What's your question?
My friend wanted me to ask you, are you planning on going after the chupacabra?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a serious question, though.
Yes.
That's a great question.
And yes, we will go after the Chupacabra in Mexico. Probably in season 13.
What are your favorite kind of scenes to act? Like, do you prefer more serious or fun or more actions?
I prefer either comedic scenes or action scenes.
I prefer dramatic scenes.
We were made for each other. Sky, everybody.
See, that's why I call it SBN Family, because 1,000-something people just sang that lovely young lady happy birthday.
Hi.
How are you?
Next question.
Hey, my name is Raylan. I didn't think I was gonna get picked, so I don't know what to say. So.
What is it with this time?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Pancakes or waffles? Again, solid question. I'm gonna go flapjacks.
And true to form, I'm gonna go waffles. You get more syrup to surface ratio.
This is why pancakes. Waffles catch the syrup. The syrup spills off the pancakes and onto my bacon. Because maple bacon? Come on!
Bacon wasn't part of this conversation, Jensen.
It is now! And you know it's always part of the conversation.
But
Bacon's never off limits.
waffles are like several little.
This is not a debate.
You can dip your bacon in the.
I just said maple syrup blends with the bacon.
I can use the bowl of syrup to pick up the bacon. And
I hate your face.
really, thank you. To the left, to the left. That's a spot. Yeah. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. You're a sweetheart.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
My question is, have either of you taken a dance class and what style?
What was that?
It's a waltz. Polka.
Was that a waltz? It's a waltz.
Oh, can you pick a longer one, possibly? That was tango.
Yeah, let's maybe the foxtrot.
I actually took ballet in high school. I did, and here's my reason. Who went to Klein High School? I met somebody from, did you know? So, my teacher, Mike Harrison, my drama teacher in high school, was at Klein High School here in Houston. And so he believed that taking ballet class made actors, especially in high school, because you're growing and you don't really feel comfortable in your own skin. And so you get on stage and you're like, but Dad, I want to, so I think his idea was he wanted us to feel like we were more comfortable in our own skin, so we took ballet. I'm still not comfortable in my own skin.
Just to say, it didn't pay off. I lost a bet with my wife. And
These are how all the best stories start.
she signed us up for dance classes before we got married so that we could have a dance. I'm sure there's some gentlemen out there that have had to endure this like I had. And we did, it was maybe 6 or 7 sessions. Enough to really upset me. And so, I was game. I was like, hey, look, a bet's a bet. I'll do the work. I'll put in the time. And we did all the sessions. We had a really nice kind of dance, not really choreographed, but they just kind of taught us steps that we could kind of, improv with. And our song was "Dance Me to the End of Love" by Leonard Cohen. And so it gets to the wedding, we get married, the reception, and all of a sudden it's time for the bride and the groom to have their first dance as a married couple. And we get out there, and her dress was like here. We never practiced with that. So it was like, and I just look at her and I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, screw it, let's just bob. So I too took dance lessons that didn't pay off.
Touché.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Are you a ballerina? You're standing.
really?
You're standing in first position.
That's right.
Boom! No! She was second position. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. That's like this. Whoa! You see that? Do that again. Careful, you can knock yourself out.
You got me beat. Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe that's the one thing I learned from ballet class.
Was high kicks?
Maybe.
That was his hamstring.
She's got me way beat. Thank you. Thank you for the pulled hamstring.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Kristen.
Hi.
I was just wondering, with all your campaigns like Always Keep Fighting and You Are Not Alone, how do you guys keep fighting, and like any tips on that?
Thank you for being brave enough to come up and ask a question. Some people put you out of bed. If you have that kind of bravery, then you certainly have the strength and the courage to keep fighting when a lot of people don't. Yeah. So be proud, love yourself, keep your head up, keep on going. One of the big steps, one of my pieces of advice you just embodied, be open. I realized when I kind of decided to tell the world about myself, I realized quickly how many of us there are. So just know you're part of a big community that loves you and feels it.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm from Houston, also from Klein High School, class 2003. And I have a question and a request. Question first for Jared. I have this headcanon that prior to the first season, when you're in college, you're trying to pretend that you're normal. And a nice upstanding
She means
citizen.
Sam. She means Sam.
Right, yeah. As Sam Winchester, who do you think Sam Winchester voted for in 2004?
Did Ralph Nader run that year? He probably voted for Ralph Nader.
That's what I figured, but I just wanted to check. And my request is for Jensen. Can we lift up the shirt a little bit? Somebody had to ask it.
All day. All day.
That was great.
She didn't specify.
Yes, she did. She said a little bit.
No, I'm saying, if you had said 12 inches, you would have seen everything. Oh, come on. Listen, lift this shirt.
Right now,
Get a grip. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. Did someone just turn the heater on?
So many comments.
So sorry.
Right now, Spade's backstage having a seizure because he can't come out here and say all the things that are running through his mind.
Next question, please.
Hi, I'm Haley, and I'm from St. Louis.
Hi, Haley.
Hi. I wanted to ask, is Dean's fondness for pie any way related to the movie Michael, where the archangel loves pie, but he has trouble getting it?
That I do not know. I don't know if there's a correlation between the two. I think it was just Kripke, I think, wanted him to have this love for food, and pie seemed like a funny option. I will say, however, that I wasn't much of a pie guy personally, but knowing Dean Winchester as long as I have, his affection of pie has somewhat rubbed off on me. And now I like pie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm from San Antonio. Since it's Valentine's Day, I was hoping that each of you can tell us about the most romantic date you've ever taken your wives on.
Aww.
Well, I can't tell you the entire story.
Why not? We've already gone down that road.
Oh my god.
You know what? I'll say, and this is probably for all those girls in relationships out there, or guys in relationships out there, you think your husband is not, or a spouse or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. I often find that the most romantic times Jen and I have are completely impromptu and off the cuff. I remember being one year being, and I'll say this, but I think Genevieve's exact words to me when we started dating were something along the lines of, if you buy me flowers on Valentine's Day and then not again until the next Valentine's Day, then you can shove your flowers up your keister.
Wow.
I think she and I are both very into like not doing not having special moments because they're supposed to be special. And I think maybe that's a byproduct of acting also, and everything I do is scripted. Not everything I do, but so much of it is scripted that feeling like, well, it's a birthday, it's time to go to a special dinner, kind of is, you know, it kind of loses some of its luster. So I remember just like going for walks and going wherever the path took us. I remember being on the Amalfi Coast one year in between European conventions, and we just started walking, and they were famous for their lemons, and so I ended up like stealing a lemon off a tree. I'm not kidding. And like peeling it open, and we were eating from it. It was awful. But we were like laughing and eating this lemon because we were like, well, I think we're probably supposed to eat lemons like from the trees in the Amalfi. So we're like walking down this cobblestone path, going God knows. We might have been on somebody's property, and we're just like, cheers. This is awful. Just like walking, we ended up at a cafe, like up in the middle of the hills that no one, it's not any photos or frommers, or so it was stuff like that that I, in hindsight, think of as romantic. Eating sour lemons is romance to me.
Sounds lovely. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Jared that the moments that I remember that stand out to me are the unscripted moments, or the ones that that aren't planned and aren't expected. And I will say though that having said that, I think she and I think we really hit it on the head with our honeymoon. We had a fantastic honeymoon, and I think that was one of the best romantic times that she and I have ever had, which, you know, was great, because that's what it's supposed to be. But yeah, I think that since then it's been the unscripted moments that really stand out to me. And those, I think that's what really makes a relationship too, you know, is the spontaneity of it. Those are the best moments, that's right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cody, and I just wanted to say thank you, Jensen and Jared, for inspiring me to get in acting. So I want to ask you, what's some advice you could give for acting?
Sure. Congrats, man. Welcome to the acting thing. It's wild.
Sure. Yeah, I'll there's many different pieces of advice, and he'll give you probably something a little different than I will. But I would say one of the things that I really that I tried to get good at quickly was just the technical side of acting. Knowing your space relation, being able to hit your mark, understanding lighting, understanding camera angles, and stuff like that. So learning about film and why people use certain shots, why Hitchcock had the good guy going from left to right across the screen and the bad guy going from right to left, is because left to right is easier on the eye. It's a natural, we generally, you know, will read left to right and stuff like that. Going right to left is kind of going against the grain, so it makes it, you know, a little, so he uses stuff like imagery and stuff like that. And I think there's a lot of that in film, and understanding that kind of stuff, I think will just help you monumentally as far as understanding the business and the craft of acting. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the funny things about like watching movies and watching TV shows is it is, whether you realize it or not, it's even subconsciously just studying acting, studying storytelling. Mine is I totally agree with him. Mine's a different aspect of acting, and that's trying to be who you are. Working really hard and diligently to just be who you are. I grew up in the acting world in like 99, 2000, 2001, where everybody was trying to be, you know, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Everything was like about being the pretty boy and about being...
Sorry, who?
But everything was about like how your appearance. Everything was about kind of, everybody was trying to be the same person, and I hated it. And I kind of fell prey to it. I was young, and I was in a big, crazy, powerful world by myself, and trying to learn. And so you're like trying to do this and trying to do that. And then the more comfortable I became with myself, the more successful I became. And I realized that honesty shines through just like bullshit shines through. So if someone's just pretending to be something they aren't, it's going to come out. So just try and figure out who you are and try and embrace that person and love that person.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Good luck.
I'm Melissa, and I'm from around here in Texas. My question is, when y'all are filming, what's the one thing y'all miss most about Texas besides your family, obviously? Because I don't think I could live without the jalapeno cheddar biscuits from Whataburger.
You know what?
Tell people on the third row, happy 20th anniversary.
Happy 20th anniversary. Awesome. How about just Whataburger in general?
Yeah.
I mean, the jalapeno cheddar biscuits, yes, but how about some fancy ketchup for crying out loud?
They sell HEB now.
HEB isn't in Canada.
Texas.
It's not in Vancouver.
You have to go to Whataburger.
Where am I going to get fancy ketchup in Vancouver?
We'll mail it to you, right? Write down his address, guys. Put your phones up. 146.
Just send it to the production office. They're going to get cases of ketchup now. Care of Jensen.
Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue.
Sun.
The people. Not to say that, you know, wherever we are, the people but, you know, being around people that we grew up, friends, the people we grew up with, and that kind of like-mindedness is something we miss.
I was on the road in Austin the other day, and I don't know. And I was on Cesar Chavez heading west from Congress, and it was a busy time of the day. People were driving home. I think it must have been like I had a Friday off or something like that. And there was a guy who was riding his bike, and he was riding his bike on the street on Cesar Chavez instead of riding it on there's a bike path. Some people don't know about it. I think he was like a tourist. He had the rental bike, you know, you pay $20 or whatever and you get a bike for the day. It's an electro bike. Anyways, so I hear a honk behind, I'm stopped at the stoplight, and I hear a honk behind me, and I kind of like readjust my mirror, and there's a guy in a red truck behind me, and he's honking at the biker and like waving him over, and I was like, oh, come on, is this guy gonna have like a road rage thing? And the biker, I can kind of see what's going on, I'm kind of watching it, like what's about to happen? And the guy in the bike backs up, and he's like, yeah? And the guy in the truck's like, hey man, if you want, that bike path's gonna be a lot safer for you, because people during rush hour kind of drive crazy, and the bike path goes for like another mile. And like, it was just the nicest thing, like it was just a cool, like, random good deed that this guy was gonna be riding his bike on the street where people are coming home from work, texting, making plans for dinner, and there's a bike path. Like that's why the bike path. But he wasn't being a jerk. Like, get on the bike path. He was like, hey man, like people drive crazy right now. Like you may as well get on the bike path because you'll be off the street. And I just miss stuff like that. Not to say it doesn't exist everywhere, but I guess it just shines out to me in Texas.
Thank you. Okay, wear your seatbelt. You want to write them in the pictures earlier.
The what?
Wear your seatbelt. Emergency room for 2 years.
Lap belts.
No thanks.
Lap belts.
Did my mom put you up to this? No, you're right. You're totally 100% right. Yeah. In all fairness, you don't know this, but we were parked. But you're right, and that's a good message. I'm sure we put it on. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? My name is Sophie, I'm from San Antonio.
San Antonio represent.
Where's all my Dallas people?
Yeah! Okay, so you guys like to...
That's right.
Did I make you nervous? Okay, so you guys do the rock, paper, scissors on TV, right? Do you do it like when y'all are by yourselves and y'all don't want to do what? Would you do it for me today?
Is it 1, 2 shoot or 1, 2, 3 shoot?
1, 2, 3 shoot. It's 2 out of 3 too, just so you know. Always. None of this one-time thing. 2 out of 3. Ready?
Every time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For the
Thanks.
laugh. Be good.
Hi.
Hi.
That's what 11 years does to you, is you know what the other person...
Read each other's minds.
Hey y'all.
You're psychotic? How are you?
I'm good, how are y'all? Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
My name's Catherine, and my amazing husband put his name in for me so I could ask y'all my question.
Look at that, go husband.
And I've been sitting on it since my first con last year.
So it's not about season 11.
I wanted to know what y'all thought of the script when you first got it and you saw that Bobby was going to die, and how did y'all prepare to shoot that awful scene?
So Jim told us before we read the script. We were shooting a scene. Was it your direction? Were you directing? And the guy was in chains. The Leviathan was in chains. I remember we were in Bobby's basement. We were shooting in Bobby's basement. It must have been later in the season. We were doing something in Bobby's basement.
Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah.
It was an episode that Jensen was directing, and Jim was in the scene. I think it was Bobby, Dean, and Sam, and I think there was Leviathan in chains or something. We were trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, in between the takes, Jim was like, "Hey guys, I just want y'all to know that I love y'all, and I'm sad, and I'm gonna miss you." We were like, "What are you talking about?" And it's like, well, when they killed me off, like, cause he had read forward, and we hadn't yet read forward.
Well, they also called him and talked to him. They were like, "Hey, they don't want you to read in a script that you're gonna die. They want to call you and be like, hey, listen, this is where the story's going. This is why we're doing this." Like they explained it to Jim because he's been there long enough. He earns that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
And I think we were like, so you're going to like Sam and Dean Winchester die, or you're going to like die? And he kind of explained that it was not going to be a hey die come back next episode situation. Bummed. I still remember the feeling. It's really I love Jim.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. We always want him to come back. That's one of the good parts of Supernatural, I guess, is they always could come back.
Dreams, spirits, flashbacks. Yeah, I will say too that was tough. I mean, we always, one of the unfortunate parts about going 11 years is you have to weather the storm of people you really like coming and then leaving and not coming back. And we've lost a lot of really great, talented people and people that are friends and still friends to this day.
It's exactly like Twilight. You have to see people you love die. Please don't die.
I want to now.
Now I know how Edward felt. Edward?
Stop, man.
Jim, too.
Stop.
Oh my god.
I don't even know you. Think how the Salvatores feel.
You've changed.
You've changed.
Just kidding. I've never heard of any of that stuff.
So yeah. But I will say this: when we finally did read the script in which Bobby does die, I remember thinking like, wow, well, this is a pretty awesome script. So if you're gonna lose one of the most beloved characters of the show, you got to do it the right way. And I feel like they did it the right way. I mean, that was I think it's one of His favorite episodes in the whole series. So
yeah, I remember tearing up or crying like during both. Both reading the script and watching the episode. And we watched the episode and we were on set. So we would like pause it in my trailer, his trailer, go film, go back to the trailer, watch it, and we were both like, football, WD-40.
To be fair, I was chopping onions.
It was really dusty, but I was like, it was one of those times, and this is maybe weird for me to say because I'm such a part of the show, but it's one of those times that I was truly, truly just so proud of the show. Like, this is a great show. Like, this is great TV, and I think that's what Mark Pedowitz said. Yeah, so he was like, thanks, guys. I was like, this is a show. I would totally watch this show. Like, that is. But it's weird when you're on it. You know what I mean? No, you probably don't know what I mean.
Thanks a lot. Give me a chance.
Yeah.
No, keep going.
I was going to also say that women don't wear Saks underwear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know what I mean?
No, neither does half the room. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
You both motivate me so much, and I just wanted to know if there was a real life struggle in real life that you related with your character with.
If there was a real life...
Is there a real life struggle that we relate to with our characters been through?
Like a character struggle that you related to with a real life struggle.
Oh.
God. Yeah, sacrifice.
It's a good episode.
Salvation, sacrifice, whatever it's called. I think Sam has a lot. What's funny is I was having this conversation earlier where it's almost like you wonder, are the scripts kind of mirroring life sometimes because that's just who you are, and you find it's like horoscopes, right? You're like, well, you can kind of read any horoscope and go like, yeah, that's totally me. Is it just such a? It's a pretty universal message oftentimes in the show. So I've certainly had some parts, some anxiety and some self-doubt and whatnot that Sam has gone through. I've never been Lucifer or Zorlus, I've certainly had some struggles as Sam, but I never have as Jared. But yeah, I guess in 240 hours of television, there's going to be some overlap, I think.
I'd say loyalty and protectiveness I feel towards my family, and not just my immediate family. Family doesn't end with blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very protective of my friends and family, and I kind of use that because I think Dean's very much like that too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Jared and Jensen. My question is for both of you. If Sam and Dean could go on a vacation anywhere outside of the US and Canada, where would they go? And they're allowed to bring 2 characters from the show to go with them.
Who's taking Benny on a vacation? I feel like Sam would take Ruby, probably.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
And maybe the babysitter. Yeah. To take care of the babies. And they'd probably go to a beach. Or have we ever had like a chef in any of the episodes? Yeah, we had that chef, the guy that was making the sushi and stuff. So Ruby and a chef. And we could just make Fiji. There, your turn. Small minutes.
Sorry.
No, I like that question. No, he can't take Ruby on again.
Loud noises. I don't know. I'd say, let's see. Dean would probably like to go to Daytona Beach.
That's in America.
Oh, anywhere other than
outside
America?
US and Canada.
Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach, Mexico. El Daytona, El Beach Daytona. What accent is that? That's kind of still US, right?
Yeah, let's see. He would go to, where would he want to go? He would go to probably either Ireland or Scotland.
Yeah.
Because they make whiskey there. And he would probably take as many of his favorite bartenders as he could.
Lisa.
Lisa.
Thank you. Safe travels back to Jersey.
Hi, we've seen more character development with Sam and Dean this season than in pretty much any other season ever. I was wondering how you felt about them actually talking to each other and being honest with each other.
Just spin. Maybe when we turn around, it'll be a different question. I'm a little dizzy. I like it. I prefer honesty. I understand the need for conflict, but I dig it. I dig the honesty. I also dig being able to play Sam, as opposed to like Gabrielle or Lucifer or Soulless or Meg.
Yeah, this was for the past several years. You know, it's been either Sam afflicted with something, or Dean has something. You know, Demon Dean or whatever. Like there's always with the mark of Cain. There's always one of the brothers seems to always have you know, kind of a something wrong or something going on that the other brother is trying to save the other brother. And I remember when I heard what their plan was for season 11, and it was basically getting rid of all that stuff, and just having the brothers be brothers again on the same team, fighting the fight. So I love that. That was kind of the original formula of Supernatural. I think we're at our best when we're using that formula, and so I'm a big fan of it.
And I now, Jared has the mark of Cain. I don't know if you can see. Look, can you see my? Where's the? If you go right there.
Is it still there?
I don't know. You tell me. Can you zoom in anymore?
No. I can see it.
I'm trying to turn, catch the light.
I have an idea.
I'm being really still. Wait for it.
Oh my God, no! Oh my God, that did not just happen. Oh my God.
That's what you call a happy accident.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'll tweet a picture of it later.
Of what?
That was ridiculous.
Really?
Why did you take a picture like that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Comedy gold, that's why.
Oh my God.
I'd like to apologize to the parents in the audience. Sorry.
That was ridiculous.
It's your finger.
Next question. Thank you very much. Yes.
Oh my God.
I blame you.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how to ask anything after that. Like,
oh my God.
When the hip gyration started, like I just started blushing.
I'll sorry. So I can't. When it starts, I can't stop it. Like if there's a beat, then it just kind of.
They can't help it.
Again, I apologize. It is uncontrollable.
I've got some dollar bills last night.
Oh my God.
I got the papers. You were saying?
I
feel like that's just how Patrick Swayze walked around.
I will say this, for the first part of the song, I did look back and see Richard Smith like, there was a look of a kind of casual approval.
Yeah, I
Did you guys see Jared's finger?
Oh God.
I will tell you something. We walked backstage right as you were displaying that, and it did not look like a finger. And I believe that was on purpose, but we were very confused by the tenor of the panel and where it had gone.
It's all innocent up here, guys. It's all, you know.
There's nothing innocent about those loins of yours. Bring them to that meeting. That's just good stuff.
You were saying?
Oh God.
I really don't have a clue what I'm saying. Oh, I know. Someone on Twitter told me to ask this. And it's kind of a serious question. And it's for Jensen.
Oh, good.
Way to bring it down.
Now, wait for it. On your driver's license, does it say you have blonde hair or brown hair?
I think it says brown.
Yeah.
We were discussing it because in some of the tweet pictures that you post sometimes on Twitter, or the younger pictures of you, if there's some blonde highlights maybe, or
No.
or
There are blonde highlights. Let's not mistake. There was a little show by the name of Days of Our Lives that I was and on that show, I was cast as a twin of a character that was already established on the show, who was very blonde. And they thought it would help the audience buy that we were brother and sister if I too had blonde hair, so they dyed my hair blonde for 3 years. So I had, yes, and I hated it. I mean, it was fine, like when it was, but the process with the foil and the. Anybody ever dyed their hair?
Yeah.
So like everyone here. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I haven't done it since. Thanks.
Gentlemen?
Yes.
That brings us to.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Caitlin.
Caitlin, is this your phone? Do you have like a little picture or something, a video? I'll just record this for you if you want me to. Here. Okay. We're gonna start right now. I got it going right now. It's all right. She knows what I look like.
Okay, so Caitlin's the last question. Caitlin, where are you from? Caitlin is from Converse, Texas. How old are you, Caitlin?
13.
What season of the show are you currently watching?
11.
When did you start watching the show?
Like years ago.
I bet you thought you were the one who was going to be asking questions before I started challenging. All right, so let's hear a question from Caitlin, 13, from Converse, Texas, who started watching years ago. Do you know that we're only 2 years younger than you are?
Okay, so my question is, how do you balance your work schedule with family?
Oh my God, that's a really question.
Good question.
It's a really nice question.
That is an awesome question. I think for me, I try to spend the most time I can with family. So I know Jen and Tom and Shep will come up a lot and come visit. And then if I have time, I'll go back down to Austin and I'll visit them. But I think I sort of, as my free time got more and more rare, I realized how to use it in a better way. I think when I'm not working, I waste time really easily, but when I am working, I'm pretty efficient.
He and I both fight very hard, not with anybody in particular, just like basically sleep, to get as many hours as we can with our family, not just our immediate family, with our friends, and remind people who we are, because a lot of people have forgotten. Like my mom. I'm kidding, I talk to her almost every other day. But it is checking in with them and keeping that. Thank God for technology, because that allows me to see my little girl on my phone whenever I need to. So there's also a really nice thing, the fact that our wives and our kids are best friends too. So when they're together, it makes us feel great, because we know that it's all family. We know that the quality time is happening even when we're not there. But we certainly try to make it down and spend as much time as we can with them, because family's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was an awesome question. Guys, Caitlin.
That was the last one. That was the last question. That was the last question. That was the last question. Last question. So, I don't know if any of you saw, you probably don't follow